Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about our free agent period so far and what we've done and how that affects our draft strategy. So, Craig, let's just take a look at who we've re-signed so far, what
Sure.
re-signed and signed, and see what it looks like. So, Pride of Detroit again is doing a great job. Here's who we've signed so far. So, Chark and Griffin.
Yep.
And then we've got a bunch of re-signings. So I'll kind of stay on the re-signings because we've got so many here.
Look at that.
Yeah, your thoughts, Craig, on the re-signing so far?
Well, I'm going to give you my thoughts, but do you remember when we did a video probably 2 months back, I want to say a month back, on who we would resign? And
Yep.
we had that big list. And I think we had like 4 guys we agreed upon that we would resign. And look at this. I mean, this is nuts. But you're asking me, what was your question? What are your thoughts so far? Right?
Yeah, well, you're nailing it because yeah, you and I, we were in the camp of let everybody go, just kind of like, hey, let's just, whatever,
See ya.
let's get some
See ya.
fresh in here. But
Yeah.
no, we're bringing back same guys. So yeah, that's what your kind of big takeaways from the
Okay.
resigns is we're resigning guys I didn't expect.
It is. And I will say this too. I think we're re-signing guys to about the big contracts. I'm not talking about the little contracts. I'm talking about the big contracts, like the Tracy Walker and the Charles Harris. And those guys, were re-signing them for like 1 or 2 million less per year than I thought they would cost.
Yep.
I thought Tracy Walker would be like a 3-year in the 28 to 30 million, 28 to 32 million, and he's 3-year 25 million. I thought Charles Harris was going to be a 3-year 21 million or a 2-year 16 million. We all thought he was going to be in that 8 to 10 range, right? That's what people were saying.
Yep.
And so my big takeaway is I like the money for the most part. Number 2 is everybody is saying we want to come back. We love the culture. We want to come back. You talked about this on your video before, just the idea that I love that everybody wants to come back. We gave these guys prove it deals. And then when they proved it, we brought them back. That speaks volume to players around the league. Chark even said as much.
It's huge. And exactly right. And like the big thing is, we've all been on teams, when there's like, this isn't good. Like I'm out of here. I'm going to take off. Like, I don't want to lose again next year, but they're like, no, I want to come back. I want to take a little less. So yeah, I love it so far. And then, so we're going to talk about how that affects our draft strategy now, because we've taken back, Charles Harris on the edge. We want a D end. We need a wide receiver, but we're pretty full at wide receiver with Josh Reynolds, Khalif Raymond, and now Chark. So let's look again, Craig, at here's all of our picks that we're going to have. So
nice.
We can kind of take best available. We can do a lot. So how does this affect our draft strategy for you, knowing kind of what we've done now in free agency?
Yeah, I think what it affects the most is, and I know this is a bad answer, I don't think it affects much of anything. I think we take the best talent available. I think all of us had, like, in our first 5 picks, a lot of people were choosing 2 wide receivers. I think it changes that. We have 5 guys that have proven they can be contributing players as a wide receiver that are now signed under contract. I mean, right? I mean, like, we can start talking about it. It's Chark, it's St. Brown, it's Raymond, it's Cephas, and it's Reynolds. Like, all 5 of those guys have proven that they can contribute, and they all got money. So I think you look at that and you're like, all right, so where do we have room for another one? And none of them are getting enough other than Chark. Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Chark aren't going anywhere. But I think maybe now you're looking for one more receiver, and I don't know if you have to go fast and early in the draft. So what it tells me is linebacker, safety. I don't know about you, linebacker, safety.
Well, I love the point you make about we don't need to double up. That was kind of a cool thing to do. We were double dipping in wide receiver or here and there. We don't have to do that. And it also shows me with that Chark signing, again, I don't know if we're drinking too much Kool-Aid on that, if I am or not, but what I love about that is we've just solidified our offense. So now we're just in this draft, we're really focused and we can be really heavy on defense. And I mean, if every pick was defense, I don't think it will be, but you'd be almost okay with that. So the Chark signing really kind of put things like, okay, that's what we've been asking for, looking for. And then the other receivers. And then, so the offense just looks really good. So it's like, man, defense in this draft, linebacker, safety, we're going to probably get a D lineman. It just starts looking better, feeling good, heading into the draft, definitely with with some of these holes that we filled or
Oh,
brought
for
back.
sure. For sure. For sure. I think it also sets us up in that first pick. I think what is it? The DN, I'm blanking, Taylor, right? Out of Georgia. I think it
Yes.
kind of I'm sorry, Trayvon Walker
Ah,
out of Georgia. I think it kind of sets us up there because we get rid of Flowers. We re-sign Harris, which is a go get the quarterback. So do you still want that guy who can set the edge, that can also get after the quarterback? Like, I think he is more in play now at 2 than he ever was before. I just, especially if Hutch is off the board. So, I mean, Thibodeau, I think we all know Thibodeau is still there and we might take him, but that's the only thing it changes for me is like the D line. We might be looking for something different than we were before. Before it was pass rusher, pure pass rusher,
yep.
go. I don't know if it's just that anymore.
I totally agree. Yeah, stop the
So
run.
I really
So
don't.
yeah, I'm excited now because yeah, the picture is becoming more and more clear. We know we've got to address the defense. We haven't done that in free agency, and that's like, you know, there's some still players out there, but yeah, we just wanted to get on here, talk about our strategy, what we're thinking. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Craig. You got something?
What's your chance that we go 5 for 5 defense in the first 100 picks?
Oh,
How do you think we're doing that?
I would be so good with that. That'd be awesome if you go D end, safety, DB, you know, corner, linebacker. Oh yeah, we've got enough. We've got holes. I mean, we could do it for sure.
Yeah, holes. You need one at every level. So it's just like, yeah, let's go for it. Like, I don't think it would be the worst thing in the world. I really don't. So you could go all 5, and our offense, as weird as this sounds, is almost ready made right now. They're depth pieces away. Yeah. So I still said if you see a game changing talent at quarterback or wide receiver, you still have to take it. You have to take it. You feel really confident about your pick and where they're at, no matter what you already have. Because if you find a game changing wide receiver, even if Chark has a great year, that wide receiver is going to be a lot cheaper than Chark will be next year.
That's right. That's right.
Just things like that. You never, everybody talks about picking for need, but you always need to be thinking about what's next, because you can't pay everybody when their rookie contracts are up. You can't just pay everyone.
Exactly. And so, yep, you're right. We're looking at the roster. We're looking at who's coming up, who's going to be due. So yeah, there's going to be a lot to do. And the best part is we've got so many picks. It's just going to be great. 5 in the top 100. So stay tuned to that. We're definitely going to stay all over the draft. As that approaches, we're talking free agency. So subscribe if you have not yet. Just means you're going to get our videos when we come out with them, and we do that about once a day, even every other day. Yeah. So definitely check that out, and we will catch you guys on the next one.
See ya.